This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, so before we jump into this Strixhaven draft, I want to remind everyone that my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by clicking on the link in the description below on YouTube, or the logo below on other way around. Logo below on Twitch, link below on YouTube. You can buy Strixhaven, you can pre-order Modern Horizons 2, so check them out. Morning, Reverend. So yeah, took a couple weeks off from the streaming. I mean, you know, didn't take it off of everything. And now we're back. Okay, well, I think it's probably Retriever Phoenix. I mean, it's been, you know, way better than it looked. The fact that it just keeps coming back is great. You'd have to end up with Learn. But even if you don't, a 4-mana 2/2 that learns with Flying and Haste, already a really good card. So the other stuff is upside. It is a little annoying that Return to Past colors here just because they go pretty well together. But, you know, you can splash it. You can do whatever with it and still have it be pretty good. Mage Hunter's Onslaught is, of course, a good removal spell, but I think it probably goes Retriever Phoenix, Past Caller, Mage Hunter's Onslaught in this particular pack. So I think that's the order I would take them in. But yeah, we'll take the Retriever Phoenix. Is what we're taking. Okay. Well, Field Trip is quite good. All these learn cards are way better than they look. Mage Hunter's Onslaught's a good removal spell. The awkward thing about both of those is there's not a red-green or black-red deck, but, like I said, we could also just splash the Phoenix. The Wrangler's been kind of disappointing. It's just been a little too clunky to really be great. You know, I thought it was going to be really good. It's all right, but it's definitely not really good. We could consider taking something like Elemental Masterpiece here. It's not the worst pick ever. But I do think Field Trip and Mage Hunter's Onslaught are both better cards. So, yeah. Really comes down to which of those I'm taking here. I guess we'll go with the removal. Learn is important for our deck, of course. We already have one card, that cares about it. But Mage Hunter's Onslaught's ability to kill anything is pretty good. Trip doesn't really help you splash because all it lets you search up is a forest. So it's kind of an awkward card for that. So Killian and Dina are both quite good when you can get them rolling. Environmental Sciences is a way better lesson than it looked. Being able to search up lands. It turns every card you have with Learn into fixing, which is great. And I think in a lot of packs, it's what I would take here. But I think both Killian and Dina are strong enough that I'm considering taking one of them. Yeah, I mean, I do think Killian is probably better. You don't have to build around him nearly as much. Your deck just does stuff with him. I do like Dina, but yeah, I think we'll probably go with Killian here. Okay, so we have some stuff here that makes us really want to try to go aggro like Clever Lumimancer, and obviously Killian kind of pushes us in that direction already. Mage Hunter's pretty good. Quandrix Cultivator is really good if you end up in one of the, grindy or ramp decks in the format, which are very real. Yeah, I mean, I think Cultivator, like, in a vacuum is the best of the cards in this pack. But, given our situation, we're not in a vacuum. So, what do we want to do here? We could... I mean, Mage Hunter's been pretty good. I kind of think that's where I'm going to go. I mean, for the Lumimancer to really work out, you have to be all in. And it'll probably wheel if we really want it. So I think I'll just take the Mage Hunter here. Chaos Warp is interesting, if nothing else. Yeah, it's an interesting card for sure. You know, you're not going to always do what you want with it, but you will often enough that it's not terrible. You know, sometimes you'll give your opponent something better, but usually you're going to trade like their best creature for like a land, you know, but it is random and that's awful. So, all right, so we probably take Study Break here. It's a great card with Learn. It's good if we're an aggro deck. It's going to be good even if we're not. Yeah, so I think that's where we go here. Another Mage Hunter wouldn't be bad. I like Unwilling Ingredient too, but Study Break is great. Okay, so options here basically include taking a Trick, which goes quite well with Killian and things like that, and if like that Lumamancer wheels. But I'd probably just take Pest Summoning. It's a great lesson. We've already got 2 cards with Learn. We could consider fixing a little bit, but I think we take Pest Summoning here. We would definitely like some fixing for our Retriever Phoenix, so... Okay, so interestingly, there's still a Rip Apart here. Oh, but there's also a Guiding Voice. You know, if I thought my mana was going to be good enough for sure to play Rip Apart, it's probably what I'd take. But Guiding Voice has been excellent in these aggro decks. You know, I like Pilgrim of the Ages, Campus Guide too. Those are both things we could use. But yeah, Guiding Voice has been great. And I think it's what we're going to take here. Learn is way better than it looks. And, you know, that's just how it is. So Spirit Summoning's tempting. But I also have access to some good fixing here that'll make our Retriever Phoenix playable. Like either of these. I'm probably going to take the commons. Well, maybe I won't. Right now, we're only planning on splashing red, and scrying is pretty good. So, you know, being able to add all colors is pretty nice. But yeah. Yeah, that is a late shock. You're definitely not wrong there. We could definitely consider shock here. But I think we're going to take the fixing. Okay, so Past Color Wield. That gives us more of a reason to want to splash white. I do like Study Break and Star Pupil, but Past Color is great. It is a little better like if we end up in a grindy deck, but we definitely could. Like, that's not an impossibility. All right, we'll take another Lowerhold Campus here. Yeah, maybe we'll be red-white. I mean, that could happen, especially if Quintorius or something like that wheels. So, Relic Sloth's not that great. I think we probably just take a Campus Guide here. It's a 2-drop. It'll help set up our mana a little bit. It's definitely nothing special, and we kind of hope we don't play it. But, you know, we might. It's not horrendous. Okay, so none of these cards are really going to do anything for us. I guess I'll take Teach by Example. It's the most likely to do something for us. Okay, so Biblioplex Assistant can be pretty good. Right now, we don't have anything great to get with it, but I think it's probably still what we take. Like, you know, if we're splashing, we don't really want Blood Age General there. Thrilling Discovery is not very good. We're definitely not playing 2 Campus Guides. So, okay, so Quandrix Command is really good. Counterspell is also quite good, but obviously that's not really something we're going to be able to do anything with. You know, we are in 3 colors, but yeah. So Expanded Anatomy is a pretty sweet combo with Killian. Like, if you can play Killian turn 2, on turn 3 play a 2-mana card with Learn, like Study Break, you can then play Expanded Anatomy on Killian for 1 mana on turn 3, which is pretty sweet. I've pulled that off a few times, and it's pretty hard to beat a 4/4 lifelink menace attacking you on turn 3. It's doable, but it's not that easy. We probably just take Heated Debate here. I mean, it kind of feels like black isn't open enough. We may end up losing Killian and all this, and maybe we will shift into a red-white deck. Heated Debate is a great removal spell, so I do think we take it over like the Anatomy and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, so, you know, Faithless Looting is pretty nice. I don't hate Rise of Extus either, but I'd probably take Professor of Symbology. It is an excellent card. Everything with Learn's better than it looks, and the cards that are already kind of passable without Learn are excellent, and that's what Professor of Symbology just is. So it's what we're going to take here. We do need some more lessons, right? We have 1 right now. But we definitely take her here. As good as Rise of Extus is, I do think the Professor is just better. Okay. So we're sort of thinking about abandoning what we were doing in terms of black-white. But here we're given a closing statement. We do have we already have a decent amount of removal. Combat Professor is excellent too, but I do think one takes Closing Statement over him, and I think that's where we go here. Take the removal spell that puts a counter somewhere. I mean, it's hard to say no to, and we may end up splashing it, like in a red-white deck, but I'm okay with that. So, okay, so there's an Environmental Sciences here, which is pretty good in terms of a lesson. Show of Confidence can be pretty sweet if you end up in like an all-in aggro deck with lots of spellcraft. The fact that Lumamancer didn't come back to us tells me that someone else is already doing that. But yeah, I think we probably take Sciences in a world where we might just be straight up 3-color. I kind of doubt we'll end up there, but it'll be useful no matter what. Like if we go red-white and splash Closing Statement. There are some decent cards here, like the Pledge Mage and Shield Mage, both of which I like, but I think we take Sciences here. I think we're finally... That's where we want to be here, is taking the Sciences. Okay, so... If we're going to be red, Elemental Summoning will work for us. Hunt for Specimens does give us a second 2-mana card with Learn that can set stuff up with Killian, like I was talking about. And it is a nice card with Learn. So is Enthusiastic Study. Like if we ended up in an aggressive deck, it can be pretty backbreaking. Yeah, I mean, I think we're probably going to take the Hunt here in the end. Yeah, we'll take Hunt for Specimens. I mean, I'm not convinced we're playing black, but maybe we're just going to be like a straight up 3-color deck. I think it's doable with our mana. So, yeah. I think that works for me. So here's a Silver Quill Campus, which will help us more with that. And I think that's probably just what I'll take here. Professor's Warning's not bad, but I don't feel like we're an all-in spells kind of deck at this point. So I think we grab Silver Quill. I don't really even feel like we're like a super aggressive deck at this point. The way it's panned out, like that's kind of where you want to end up, but it just isn't always what happens. So here's a Lorehold Campus, another one. So if we end up being like a base red deck, I do like having the Pledge Mage as a 2-drop. And that's kind of where I'm leaning here. Yeah. Over another Campus. Yeah. I think Pledge Mage is good enough to sort of take a flyer on it there. Okay, so here's another one. We can also take a Decent Lesson and Reduce to Memory. Which do I want more? I mean, I know Reduce to Memory will be useful. I'm less sure Prismari Pledge Mage is going to be easily castable. I think we'll take the Reduce here. Wow, Counterspell wielded, huh? Okay, so we're going to take Beaming Defiance here. It's a nice trick. We may not play it if we're not aggressive enough, but it's nice. All right, so we'll grab Archway Commons. I mean, with the way our mana looks, we can play almost anything. We have 1 Environmental Sciences and 3 Campuses and an Archway Commons. So, you know, we're in pretty good shape mana-wise. We can do almost whatever we want. You know, it is kind of weird to sort of be a base. Like, we could definitely be an aggro deck. But, you know, the stuff hasn't really come to us to make me think that's actually going to be doable. All right, we'll take Show of Confidence here. I kind of doubt we'll end up in a deck that can really abuse it, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, so I like this late Shield Mage. Late Biblioplex kind of matters too, but I think we need the Shield Mage a little more. We've taken enough lands and sideboard cards that we're pretty low on playables right now. So it was hard to want to pass up a perfectly playable one. All right, I doubt we play it, but Letter of Acceptance does give us even better mana. So we probably play the Assistant. I mean, we've got Heated Debate and Closing Statement, so I imagine the Assistant will be pretty good for us. So yeah, I mean, we have like a really low curve like an aggro deck might have. So it could definitely end up there, and maybe we just have some grindier late game stuff we can do. Like maybe we just end up cutting... like the Pledge Mage and being a straight up 3-color deck. If we're 3 colors, it's going to be hard to play the Pledge Mage consistently. So that's why it would be what I get rid of. Like, get rid of it and then just roll with what we've got other than that. Explosive Welcome. Ooh, okay. Well, we've got a Demonic Tutor here, which is quite good. You know, being able to search up whatever you want. You know, a lot of times tutors aren't good and limited, but when it's whatever you want and it's only 2 mana, it's suddenly actually worth doing. And it's probably what we'll take here. I think we also get gems for it, which does matter. I think pack 1, pick 1, I would probably take the Professor over it, just so you know. You know, this is just a very powerful card with Learn. It's another one of these already good, and then you tack Learn onto it, and it's great. So, yeah, I think we take the Tutor. I do like Hunt for Specimens, but I do think we take the Tutor here. Yeah. So one thing we really need to find, you know, especially if we get like a second Killian, I'm going to move this here for now because it doesn't look likely that we'll be able to play it easily, but is that adaptive expanded anatomy. That's what it is. Because that combo, having it, you know, be something that can happen is good. And we have 3 ways on turn 3 after we play a Killian to learn. So, yeah. Well, that'll actually work for us. We can play both sides the way our mana's looking. I mean, the red side won't be super easy, but obviously it's still what we take. Mila is really good anyway, and probably what we'll do like 80% of the time, but it's definitely what we want to take here. You know, we wouldn't mind some more lessons, like an Introduction to Annihilation, maybe even a Pigment Storm, but we definitely want Mila more, / Luca. Mila / Luca. I've played Mila twice in this format. Both times I wasn't in a deck that could cast the Luca half, and it was kind of sad. But it looks like we'll be there today. So that's nice. We do need more lessons because we need a few more lessons to really get there. Now, we do have Retriever Phoenix, which makes it like a little less important to find a million lessons, but yeah. Okay, so Hall of Oracles is quite good. It is kind of a source of fixing, but it's filter mana, so it's kind of a pain. But, you know, if you have enough instants and sorceries, its ability is very real. That said, there's also another heated debate here, and I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Urza's Rage is good too, and especially if you're like in a Prismari deck, it's probably better than Heated Debate or close to it. But in a Prismari deck, I mean, outside of that, Heated Debate is probably better, just because you're never going to kick this in other decks. Yeah, we'll take the Heated Debate here. Okay. Could take another Campus here to shore up our mana. It's kind of what I'm considering doing. I'm just not sure we can play a Pledge Mage consistently enough on turn 2 for it to ever be worth it. You know, red is one of our colors, but it's kind of like it's going to be our tertiary color for sure. And having double red like on turn 6, sure, that'll probably happen. But having it on turn 2, it's just not going to happen. Enthusiastic Study is kind of a nice trick to have, but again, red is kind of a tertiary color. I think we take the Laureled Campus here. So we're definitely not an aggro deck in the end, obviously enough, which is funny because we kind of have a low curve, but we're doing all kinds of wacky things, so yeah. So I think this is probably going to wheel, and it's a nice lesson to have, you know, especially off a wheel. So that'll be fine. We could take more fixing here, but we probably just want to take Pillar Drop Warden. He's a fine thing to splash, and he'll be able to set us up getting back our powerful spells and stuff like that. So I think it's probably where we go here. He's not hard, you know, we don't have to play him early for him to be good, and that is key. So yeah, we're kind of a, you know, Mardu control deck? I don't know. Do we want another Pillar Drop Warden here? It's kind of where I'm leaning. I don't know if I'm going to play 2, but the rest of this pack really isn't for us. Although, can we make this kind of work? Not really. We do have 2 artifacts, but... You know... Nah, I think we'd rather have the Warden. It's at least a body, you know, and does a thing. Sometimes it'll just be hard to set up, reconstruct history, and yeah. Okay, so we've got some good lessons here. We've got a Pilgrim of the Ages, too, which is pretty nice. We've passed several in packs where I think it was the right thing to do, but now I'm kind of thinking that might feel pretty good. But there are, you know, we've got Pest Summoning and Reduced to Memory here, both of which I like a fair bit. Yeah, I think we're going to take Pest Summoning in the end there. Okay, so we'll take Start from Scratch here, another lesson. We're going to be in a little bit of trouble in terms of playables at this rate. Like, we could take Spectre of the Fens here if we really want to take a playable, and it is certainly playable. Start from Scratch isn't great. Yeah, we probably need more playables. When you take a bunch of lessons and a bunch of fixing, you end up in an awkward place. It's hard to do both in this format. So another Warden, I don't think we would play it. You know, we could just take the Transformation. We have an Archway Commons, so I kind of think just slapping another lesson in here that we can play sometimes is fine. Okay. Well, I guess Lorehold Pledge Mage isn't terrible for our deck. Not great, but not terrible. Yeah, it's almost impossible to get enchantments in this format, so it's not a surprise we don't have any. There's like 4 in the whole format. Prismari Campus doesn't help us. You know, if we're low on playables, another Campus Guide is okay. Like, I'll live with it. I'm not sure how I feel about this thing. It definitely has a lot of removal. We do have some finishers and some powerful cards. Yeah. But I don't feel amazing about it. I think the fact... Yeah, I mean, we've definitely got some nice grindy late game plays that are going to feel really good, but yeah. Don't think we're going to be an Excavation deck. If we'd taken that Quintorius, we maybe could have ended up there, but we did never get an Expanded Anatomy, did we? Would have been fun with our Killian. I mean, you know, the chances of pulling it off aren't crazy high, but with only 1 Killian. But with 2 Killians, it's not that hard. All right, so I think we actually ended up in an okay place, playables-wise. So that's good. We have to cut, you know, one thing, and it's probably just going to be one of these Campus Guides because, you know, we have a bunch of them. We already have a bunch of fixing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. So, I don't think we want to cut Biblioplex Assistant. We have powerful enough spells that I'm fine with having it in the deck. More so than Campus Guide. I mean, I think our fixing is going to be good enough. Remember, we have an Environmental Sciences and all of these, you know, dual lands that I don't think I need to worry too much about it. Now, the question is, I mean, we do need to... I guess this is probably about right, honestly. We have 7 black sources, 7 red sources. We don't need this many. Oh, yeah, we do. And then we have 6, 7, 8 white sources. I think the mana is pretty much right here. I think it's about right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. Our 5-color deck. Or so it believes. Yeah, we do have a wacky deck. Not really where you think you're going to end up when you start in black-white, but it is where we ended up, nonetheless. Right, I think this is keepable. We don't have an incredible hand, and you know... we could have considered cutting this trick maybe, but I do think we have enough like little aggressive creatures and stuff, and it's flexible enough that I think it's fine. We don't have any black mana, of course, but there's a reasonable enough chance we draw it in one form or another over the next few turns. Like, we don't need it till turn 5 anyway, so... it thinks everything's 5 colors. Yeah, I was like, it must be counting my sideboard if it thinks I'm 5 colors, so... Okay. I have an idea. Let's draw all our black cards. Oh my god. That is some frightening ramp right there. So, removal, attack for 4. Yeah. Okay. I think we may manage to stabilize here. Depends on if they can ramp into something frightening or not. Hey, black mana. So... I mean, we could get a pretty sweet deal with closing statement here if we wait to cast it on our opponent's turn and, like, kill one of these lands and put a counter on our warden and block something else. The other option is a little less risky, maybe. But I think that's probably just our best choice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can, like, kill a land in response, and then this will shrink down. Yeah, right. So that's what we're going to do. We could also do something similar with Heated Debate, but yeah, we'll pass our turn here. See what happens here. Alright, so... we're going to go closing statement, blow up a land. Put a counter here. Block Scurrid Colony. Alright, I feel better. If they find something great to ramp into, we might be in a bit of trouble. But I think now we're overall in pretty good shape. Yeah, so do I go on the offensive with this Pillar Drop Warden now? I think maybe I do. Yeah. Then we play our Shield Mage. Alright, yeah, that that turn where we just, like, destroyed everything with our closing statement was a hard one to endure, that's for sure. Here we go. Yeah, probably too early, but it would have been, without some sort of crazy value engine, them coming back in that game was not super likely. But yeah, I would have played it out a few more turns probably, because it's not like I could do, they were still at 20 or whatever. So... I'm glad we drew our black mana because, yeah. I guess we drew that Guiding Voice and we would have used it to get Environmental Sciences, so we were probably going to get there no matter what in that game, but... Alright, nice hand. So we can get our Environmental Sciences for red mana with our Professor, which might be what we do. It depends what we draw, of course, as always. Like, if we draw another card with Learn, I might just get... and we did. So now I'm considering getting Pest Summoning instead. Yeah. I mean, having the red immediately isn't that important. Granted... having a fourth land of any kind would be good, but Pest Summoning something I can cast next turn, so I think it's just what we want to grab there. Ooh, I forgot I left this in the deck. Yeah, we need to... This is going to be hard to make work. That's a mistake. When we were looking at playables. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Alright, so let's attack with our Professor of Symbology here. Yeah, we're perfectly okay with that trade. And we'll Pest Summoning. This will probably end up winning us the game now that I've bashed it. Alright, so now we really need red mana because Pledge Mage, that Pledge Mage will get out of range too quickly. I'm considering using Show of Confidence here just to kill this, but it's probably not worth it. I think we'll just play our Campus Guide here. Put a mountain on top. And not attack. This can be good if you're in like the Lumamancer deck. You know, we've been in it a few times, but yeah, it's hard to make work other than that. So let's hope this doesn't get completely massive. Like, we want to draw a mountain and kill it with Heated Debate. If we can't do that, we might be in some trouble. You know, it's funny. This turn we could actually get 2 counters out of it. If we use Study Break, okay, well, that is going to hurt this turn, but it doesn't terrify me overall. It'll shrink back down to a 3-3, and we can Heated Debate it like we want to. So, yeah. Yep. So we're going to do it now. Then I think we just attack with everything here. Trade Campus Guides. Okay. Well, I'm not super afraid of that. I think we just play Mage Hunter here. I am a little afraid of that if I don't find a way to get rid of it here. That's for sure. Wish I had more white mana. If I had 2 white mana, I could now do some silly things with Show of Confidence, but as is, it's not going to be that easy. Alright. Let's attack with our Mage Hunter here. And I think we'll play Pillar Drop. Yeah, this next turn, Study Break gets Sciences. I mean, still doesn't really work that well. We have to do it all in the same turn for the real value. Yeah, not loving that. Glad we have Study Break, though. So, pretty good chance they're gonna, like, square up or something here. Getting back Heated Debate is real enough that I think we just take this. They want to square up and drop us to 7. I think we're okay with them using up a card that way. Okay, so... I was hoping I draw an untapped land and then I could Heated Debate the Karok Wrangler, just no problem, but obviously that's not where we're going here. So I could Study Break. I don't think we really want to here. I I think we probably leave up Beaming Defiance and Show of Confidence. I mean, we can only leave up one or the other. Most likely we'll Study Break them on their turn. So let's attack here. There's a decent chance they have a trick or something, given how they attacked us, but let's make them use it. So, yeah, end our turn. We'll Study Break. I guess the Wrangler and the 4/4. It's probably where we're gonna go. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go Study Break, Wrangler, 4/4. We could use Beaming Defiance, but it just doesn't seem worth it there. I feel like we're probably going to want Reduce to Memory most of all. Pest Summoning's not bad either, but... yeah, let's get the Reduce just in case there's something we really, really want to be killing here. So yeah, now they don't really have that powerful of attacks to make on us. Yeah, so we'll trade for 1 Fractal. Would I rather trade for a Fractal or the 2/2? I think we just want to trade for the Fractal. Well, that's gross. The only good news is... can we just, like, outright kill them with damage here? How close can we get to killing them? So this will make this a 6... no, that'll make it 5. That'll make it 7. So we can only do 8. I guess we play Pillar Drop Warden and leave up Beaming Defiance. Is that our play here? Yeah, probably. Maybe I should have attacked. Probably should have. Probably should have attacked with my Mage Hunter there to drop him to 7. Ooh, well, now I'm kind of glad I didn't, I guess. So, do we let that happen? I kind of think we do. Yeah. All right. So, I want to kill the Wrangler most of all, I think. He's the biggest problem. So, I think we block the Wrangler there, and then we chump this. And then we use Beaming Defiance on Mage Hunter. Drops us to 6. All these tap lands are kind of killing me right now. We might just be dead, huh? I think we are. Let's hope they don't notice that. Now I wish I'd grabbed that Pest Summoning, obviously. Yeah, they noticed it. We take 6. Yeah. Yeah, they just sort of had us there in such a way that there just wasn't any good way for us to... Like, if we kept our 1/5 untapped, I guess it would have enabled me to block that 4/4 that turn. I mean, I don't think they would have attacked that turn, but maybe that would have been worth it. I really wanted to kill that Wrangler, but I think that ended up being... Maybe that was a bad choice. That card has largely been disappointing, but our opponent utilized it pretty effectively in that game, where it really wrecked us. That charge through to kill our 1/1. I mean, it wasn't really... Our 1/1 was going to die anyway, but the trample and the counter that saved their 1/1 was the problem. Okay, it's kind of a slower hand, but it is acceptable. We have all our colors, so, yeah. Where's our demonic tutor, you know? Well, we did get Mage Hunter's Onslaught mana without even trying. I like that. How likely is it our Pledge Mage just dies here? Pretty likely, I think. So we can go Onslaught. We want them to play Creature, sort of, because I'd like to Onslaught Biblioplex Assistant more than anything else. This next couple turns. I mean, I might draw something that changes my mind, but... I think that's what I want to be doing here. Instead, they just killed our creature. Ugh. Drawing something that could do something would have been nice there. So the question here is whether I just play the assistant here to pressure them. Or not so much. I think probably not so much. That is frustrating right there. That our opponent did exactly what we wanted to do. Meanwhile, yeah, we're just gonna do it. Mostly because we have our Biblioplex Assistant. Yeah, that's not great. Even for a turn. I can use Study Break on him, potentially, if that has to happen. It might have to happen. See if they do the expanded anatomy trick here. No, they got Intro to Annihilation. Interesting. So we're going to put our Mage Hunter's Onslaught on top of our library. We're both weirdly grindy Mardu decks, it feels like, so far. I mean, it's not that weird, but it's not something I've ended up in a lot in this format. We do have all the mana we could ever want. I guess that's cool. Do I want to use Study Break here? I think I probably do. And we want to grab a Pest Summoning. What a shock. So the question here is whether they have, like, Beaming Defiance to save him. They might. I think the fact that they left all their mana untapped probably means they do. Unfortunately enough. Oh, okay. Maybe not. We can't play our pest summoning this turn too, is the good news for our opponent. Nice. Okay. I could have saved my creature there with Beaming Defiance, huh? That probably would have been smart. Probably would have been smart. Just gonna take the 3 here. Oh, hello. Okay. So we're gonna Demonic Tutor here. How much mana do we have left over after that? So we can get our, I mean, we could get Retriever Phoenix, but I think maybe Past Caller is just going to be better. We have Powerful Removal we could get. Oh yeah, we have freaking Mila. I forgot about that. Because we hadn't drawn it at all. Yeah, that's what we grab. We grab Luca here. He has a friend to protect him. Yeah. So... that's cool. Oh, except for that. That part's not cool. So we're basically just going to get a 2-for-1 out of it, which I guess I can accept. But that is kind of sad in the end. We can get it back later. Yeah, it was probably better to get the Pass Caller. It's tempting to get Luca. We do get something out of Luca here, is the good news, but... getting back Biblioplex Assistant and getting back Demonic Tutor. That'll be pretty hilarious, so...
all Strixhaven does is turn cowards. Press your attack.
So we grab Biblioplex Assistant here. Okay, we're okay. The Intro to Annihilation's not nearly as much of a problem now. Because we can just put the Tutor back on top. Tutor for Return Pass Caller. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, we're gonna attack with one of you. Gonna hold on to the Assistant to just chump. So, they do let us draw a card if they kill him, so it's not even that big of a deal. Because then we'll draw our Tutor, then we'll Tutor for Return Pass Caller, then we'll get back... oh, we can't actually get back Mila. I don't know what I'm smoking. It's only Spirits. Well, we're not getting it back, but I think the value we got was probably still worth it. I mean, we get a 2-for-1 out of the deal, after all. If they attack us here, we definitely double block, because the Assistant's going to die anyway, so... yeah, we go for a double block here, and if they want to use a trick or something... yeah, because the Assistant was going to go away next turn no matter what, so... wow, we drew our Pass Caller anyway, huh? Spirit, Instant, or Sorcery. So we could Tutor and then Pass Caller to get back Tutor. That seems pretty strong. But maybe... it's just better to get back Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Yeah, I don't know. Let's attack with this Pest. So, let's play the Pass Caller first, and we're going to get back our Onslaught, so we have removal. Then we're going to cast... I guess we can wait a turn on Tutor till we know a little more about what's going on. That's not a terrible plan. But, you know what? I think we probably just do it. And do we want to just grab Retriever Phoenix? We can also grab Heated Debate. I think we could probably grab our Retriever Phoenix. Yeah, this is going to be... We're in pretty good shape in the air. We've got removal. We've even got protection if we get to untap. It's super annoying that thing has reach, but what are you going to do, you know? Obviously the answer is kill it. Then we're going to Retriever Phoenix. I think we want to pressure them more, so we'll get past summonings. Nice. They have their own Retriever Phoenix. Well, I was thinking I'd have to use Beaming Defiance here, but now I don't really need to. I think we just... Maybe it's better to Beaming Defiance in a world where our opponent can just keep getting back that Retriever Phoenix. It probably is. Yeah, so... We're going to attack with both of these. Use Beaming Defiance here. Play our Spectre. And end our turn. Got 8 mana over there. There are some scary things that could happen. Like that. Okay, more removal's pretty nice. We've got 2 removal spells in our hand. The one thing we can't... Alright, so I think we're probably going to be okay here. So we go Heated Debate. So we can try to go for lethal here. If we Closing Statement, put a counter on something and attack with everything, that's 6. I think that's probably just what we do. I mean, there's a little bit of a risk in doing that. But not a huge one. Yeah, so we're going to do this. I think we're actually going to put a counter on a 1/1 just because if they have removal, I don't want them to kill my Phoenix, frankly. So, yeah. So we'll put the counter here. Looks like we're okay. Alright. Well, that was fun. We only cast the tutor twice. You know, we could have gone for 3, but I think grabbing the Phoenix and just accelerating their clock was a lot better than, you know, getting another, getting our Demonic Tutor back again. As much fun as that would have been, but... I bet that bug with showing that every deck is 5 colors is because it's counting the sideboard for some reason. It's my guess anyway. We did get to cast Luca, and he did a thing, so that was cool. I kind of forgot we even had that card. He did die right away, but he gave us basically a 3-for-1 in the end. You know... He didn't stick around and give us a lot of value, but he gave us a lot of value right away, so we were up. It was okay. I think we can keep this. I mean, we'd like a cheap creature in here somewhere, but, you know. The next set is Adventures in Forgotten Realms, I believe. The next, like, normal set, anyway. Modern Horizons 2 is the next, like, other set. Alright, so we're going to play the commons here. Nice. Okay, so drawing something we can actually do here feels pretty good, right? So... maybe campus. We'll hunt for specimens. Well, they might counter it, I guess. It's not a disaster if they do, but I kind of like if they didn't. Yep, they do counter it. But, again, it's not really a disaster. Okay, so I think we're going to hold out with Mila, especially when our opponent has blue mana up. Because we have double red to cast our buddy. You know, the Planeswalker side. So we'll just try to play Mage Hunter here. I think they have more counter magic. Oh, yeah. All right. Our opponent's all about the counter magic. Pretty frustrating. We didn't get to stick a creature. Okay. Now we're gonna get to... do we want to put this back on top? I guess we kind of do. We'll do it. Then we're gonna Guiding Voice. And I think what we want to grab here... might just be Sciences, so we can cast Mila more easily. I mean, Luca. Yeah, it seems alright. So, yeah. Anytime you see your opponent hover over both creatures in play, it's like, yeah, about to be a mage duel here. They did have to pay full mana for it, at least. Alright. So, it's Environmental Sciences. Got double red already. I've got double everything, so it doesn't really matter. I guess another planes could let us do... yeah, it doesn't really matter. We'll grab a swamp. Then we'll hunt for specimens. And... do we want removal? Just in case. Right now, that's something we lack, which is... a little annoying. And they do have a bunch of mana, so playing like a worm or something in the near future could definitely happen. Pest Summoning would give us some protection for our Planeswalker, for what that's worth. But I'm also going to cast Study Break, so I'm probably just going to end up grabbing both. So I'll be casting Study Break this turn anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. They'll probably counter my Study Break, but... yeah, so we're going to go Study Break. See if they do something about it. And now we'll grab Reduce to Memory. So we get back our assistant to... yeah. Again, we're not going to get anything quite as good. Obviously, Demonic Tutor is not in our graveyard. We may need to cast Pest Summoning first before we ever play Luca, just to get our shields up a little more. Oh, good. Okay, well, it's not awesome, but... yeah, it could be worse. That's all they searched up, you know. Okay. So. I guess I just pass summoning here and probably take a hit from these two. I mean, I could play Luca. I can use this to block the larger creature. I could also bring back, like I said, Biblioplex Assistant and put Study Break on top to buy us a little more time. And then the Assistant can help block for a turn. Then the next turn we'll draw Study Break. And we'll be able to Study Break plus Pest Summoning. Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Books. That's a fight.
Let's hope they don't have a way to punch through. If they do, I think we're probably in trouble. Oh, shh. Of course they have a way to punch through. Misplays.
This is a tactical.
Yeah. It's not a tactical retreat, man. I wish it was. It was mostly just a bad play. Yeah, that probably loses us the game now. Had to sort of count on that, in which case the plan would have been significantly different, but... Alright, so let's Study Break. I guess we'll go after these two. Grab another Pest Summoning. See, we would have been able to set up shields pretty well if it weren't for that freaking Vortex Runner, you know? Ruined our lives. Alright, so let's play this Pass Caller. What do we want to get back? I don't know, but we are playing it. That much I do know. More counter magic? That would make me sad. No, they're just scrying. I can live with that. So we could just grab Guiding Voice here. And cast it right away. Puts them on a 4-turn clock for what that's worth. Yeah, let's do that. We have now grabbed all of our lessons, but luckily we do at least have the Retriever Phoenix, so that makes that a lot less awkward. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and chump block that and take the rest. Oh, God. Well, yeah, maybe I should have counted on there being an enthusiastic study there, huh? Probably. What if they intro to Annihilation my Pass Caller here? They do. So... I have had one Lorehold deck have the graveyard thing work out, but yeah, it's not that easy. So, we have to kill the unblockable creature here, unfortunately for us. I mean, the reason I say unfortunately is Karok Wrangler's a big problem, too. So, I don't think we have... I mean, Retriever Phoenix would be pretty good, but it wouldn't be that great, frankly. So... Alright, so... if they have another enthusiastic study, we're just like dead anyway. So I kind of think we just accept that fact and put a couple of chumps here. I guess we're gonna scry on our upkeep. Seems useful. We haven't drawn any of our straight up removal, and that's been a problem. We have a lot of it, but we haven't drawn it. Although the whole thing that I did with Luca is probably our biggest problem, you know. Well, that's a shitty time to tap all your mana. When you then put Demonic Tutor on top, because Demonic Tutor can't save us. Not this turn, anyway. We probably still take it. I didn't want to quadruple block and kill the Cultivator, because if they had virtually anything, they completely blow us out. And we can't really survive that right now. I think we need to draw, like, Heated Debate, and even that's not going to save us. So if I hadn't scryed, I would have drawn this tutor and been able to do whatever I wanted, which, you know, that would have been nice. But we do still probably have one more turn. I guess we're just going to draw it. I can't really do that right now because this is a sorcery, and if they block with the Wrangler, it has a counter on it, so it wouldn't really work out. We could try, but yeah. I don't even know what we're going to grab with this Demonic Tutor. Our best, we've cast, I guess the answer is removal. Mage Hunter's Onslaught, probably. Yeah, that's probably where we want to go here. Closing Statement's pretty good. I guess the counter could be useful. Yeah, let's go Closing Statement. And pass the turn. Hope we survive one more turn. Basically, where we are right now. We're gonna try to keep Killian in play, obviously, but I think we throw the two pests away here. Well, I wonder if they actually have a blank, as would be currently what is being suggested. So I think we probably want to rummage first here. We're going to get rid of this Mercurial Transformation. It's just not going to do anything anytime soon. So, yeah, let's play the Professor here. We don't have anything else to get when we learn, so we're going to do the rummage option. Okay. Can't I ignore that if I pay 3 or something like that? I can, right? It would be cool if you'd show me the card. There we go. So I think we pay the 3. We can still play Closing Statement in our end phase because it'll cost less. Plus, it'll actually cost a lot less. It'll just cost black-white. So we need to leave up black-white. But other than that, yeah, we still got black-white up. So they do get to put a counter there. So we're going to pay. Last time I tried to rummage, it did not. Oh, it just knows to automatically do it now. Thank God they fixed that. Okay, so now we can actually just cast it in our main phase and it doesn't really make a difference. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll just Closing Statement the Wrangler and put a counter here. If they can do something about that, we're just dead, so. And they can. I've never seen someone play so much counter magic. But it's pretty good in this format overall, obviously. Gonna be real hard to come back from this now. If we killed the Wrangler here, we might have been okay, but we did not. Yeah. Do we just double block the Wrangler and pray we draw really well and that they don't have any spells? It's probably our best option. If they have a spell, we're dead. If they don't have a spell, we have a chance if we top deck really, really well. And our opponent does not. So, question is whether I want to scry. I guess I do. Yeah. We need like a heated debate or not that. Yeah, not that either. Yeah, I think playing a little loose with that Luca really cost us that game. If we'd +1'd Luca instead, we would have had a pretty good chance, I think. But, yeah, we got seduced by the Biblioplex assistant plan, and it didn't really go the way we wanted it to. You know, I forgot we need to change something in our deck, namely that I don't think Show of Confidence is particularly good for us. I think we'll probably just put another Campus Guide. Yeah. No matter how this draft ends up going, that game where we got to Demonic Tutor multiple times was pretty sweet, so. Ugh. Probably have to send this one back. I mean, you know, if we draw all lands, it's fine, but, okay, we can keep this one. We do desperately need white mana, but, you know, other than that. I think we're going to throw the Pledge Mage away. We do need double red to actually play it. Or double white. Which I guess we have a reasonable chance of drawing, but... yeah, I think we still put it back. Probably going to top deck a Plains or a Mountain here. Close enough. That's not really something worth spending a heated debate on right this second. I think we just pass the turn and leave up heated debate and think about using it, especially when we have Pillar Drop Warden. Yeah, so that is something worth using heated debate on. So there you go. Alright, so we do want to play our Warden here. Does definitely make me wish I'd held on to that Pledge Mage, but yeah. Nice. For them. Haven't seen a whole lot of Symmetry Sage in this format. Alright, so I think we use Guiding Voice here. We just want to grab Pest Summoning. After all, we have Closing Statement in our hand. So, yeah, let's Guiding Voice. Makes our Warden a much better blocker, which is cool. Yeah, I think we grab a Pest Summoning. Then we cast it. I think overall our deck could have used like one more finisher. I mean, I think this deck kind of ended up okay as far. It's a weird control deck to be sure, but I do think we had pretty good finishers. I'm not feeling great about this game, which is why I'm talking about like we're about to lose, just because our opponent has a million cards in hand and we have 2. It's not really where you want to be. So yeah. But I feel like this deck underperformed. Like I said, I think I think that last game I punted away a little bit with how I played Luca, which was a real shame. Drawing a real card there feels pretty good. Yeah, so I think we probably just play our Shield Mage. Oh god, it's gonna get countered. Or maybe not. And yeah, we'll end our turn. We can start pressuring them with that Shield Mage, which I don't hate. We also can get back Heated Debate at any point. I mean, if we draw really well, even with our opponent with this many cards, we definitely have a shot here, but it's a little rough. We need to keep drawing real cards. Well, we can at least scry on turns when we don't draw them. So, yeah, I mean, I think we attack with our Shield Mage here. Put them under a bit of pressure. We're going to hold on to our closing statement. Three, four, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, something really bad might happen here. That's pretty bad. Luckily, we can kill him. I'm hoping we can get some value here out of an attack. Like, if they attack a little aggressively here, we can use Closing Statement to blow them out a little. I'd be cool with that. Well, we are going to get to blow them out. Yeah. So I guess let's go full control. They have to pay the 3 life first. So let's make them do that. Yeah. Yeah. So then we're going to go Closing Statement. Oh. No, yeah. They are Decisive Denying Tanazir. So yeah. We'll kill Tanazir here. And where do we want to put the counter? Wait a second. Target a creature or planeswalker you don't control. What's happening here? Why is it being weird? Okay, let's let this resolve. Oh, I just have to go submit one. I'm smart. So where do we put this counter? I guess the Shield Mage. Yeah. So we get rid of Quandrix here. Save our creature. Make it bigger. Made them pay 3 life to do it, too. I don't hate that part. Okay. Well, right now, I honestly don't think we need to use our Onslaught. I think we're going to hold on to it. We might use it at some point, but I don't think that point is now. So we'll scry at the end of their turn. Yeah, that'll feel better to Mage Hunter's Onslaught, that's for sure. Well, that's less than stellar. Okay, so let's do this. No thanks. We're 1 mana shy of being able to do both, which is pretty annoying, but I guess I can live with it. So we'll kill the 6/6 here. Attack for 4. So we may turn this around. We really don't want them to draw well, though. But, you know, we are, right now, in a better position than they are. That Arch could be a problem at some point, because... they can maybe grab something with it that will wreck us. Now, we've seen a lot of Karok Wrangler today after I was like, it's been a disappointment in this format. The 3 people who beat us might all be playing Karok Wrangler. That would be frustrating. So what are they going to grab here? It's not the most frightening thing ever. I think I can live with that. Okay. So, let's attack. I think we're going to play Mage Hunter here, start trying to do even more damage to them. Right. Boom. So we go, I think we want to go Mage Hunter. Professor of Symbology. Our Professor, I almost feel like grabbing Pest Summoning makes the most sense here. Everything they're doing is on the ground, and we can kill them in the air in a couple of turns. And Pest Summoning helps us get there. Now, grabbing the Reduce does give us an answer to something really problematic. Which the Wrangler is problematic, just not disastrous. I think Pest Summoning makes the most sense. It's just going to be really hard for us here. Yeah, all the sorceries, all the lessons rather, are sorceries, so keep that in mind. Right. Somebody's getting big. Mage Hunter's Onslaught could end up giving us a win at some point, too. What I mean by that is use this, get it back, kill something, and attack with everything. We're kind of in the territory where that might be worth doing. So we will go ahead and chump this. Hope they don't have that stupid Trample Learn trick. It's unlikely. Looks like they're splashing red, but, you know. Okay, so we're going to attack with our Shield Mage. Alright, I like that. Then we'll use Pest Summoning. And play this land so we can scry at the end of their turn. So hope they don't have a sweeper here. It's possible. Okay, well, I think we're in pretty good shape overall. Well, now we're in really good shape. Alright. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 mana. Okay, so let's attack them with our Shield Mage. Alright, so then we're going to do Return Pass Caller. And we're going to grab Mage Hunter's Onslaught, which should pretty much give it to us. They'd have to have something pretty incredible to not be dead next turn. I could consider Heated Debate, but the damage thing on the Mage Hunter's Onslaught matters, so... Heated Debate would be uncounterable, which would matter too, but... Well... We did draw really well. You know, I said, if we draw really well, we might be able to pull out of this, pull out a win here, despite our opponent's massive card advantage. And we did, so there you go. All right, so we're at least going to have a 500 record here. Let's see if we can do better than that. See if we can do better. It's been a pretty sweet deck, like the Retriever Phoenix, Luca, Demonic Tutor stuff. It's been a good time. For sure. That is not a good time. So if we had one card with Learn we could cast, we would know we have Fixing, but we don't. We have to mulligan this. I mean, it could be worse for sure, but it's not good. So yeah, this is much better. God, what do we send back? I don't know. It's good to remember that with Demonic Tutor, we know we can get any of these later. But I don't think it's Retriever Phoenix. It could be Mila Luca. As good as they are, I can't cast either side if this hand stays the same. And Demonic Tutor can get it for me, so it's not a complete disaster to put on the bottom. Plus we have Environmental Sciences, which will shuffle our deck. I kind of feel like we need to hold on to the voice for Environmental Sciences and stuff like that, and we need the removal too, so... yeah, I think we're putting Mila back, which... I mean, we could consider a land, but I don't think we need... It's too dangerous to do that in this hand. Yeah. Sorry, Mila. That was a hard one. I mean, I need all of these cards. You know, if that had been our opening hand, that would have been cool. So right now, we may not do anything till we play our Retriever Phoenix, but... Our opponent's also having a pretty slow start, so I can live with that. Alright, so that may get an opportunity to grow. Okay. So we're going to play our Campus Guide here. I'm trying to decide if I also want to play Guiding Voice on it or hold on to it until after Retriever Phoenix. I'm probably going to hold on to it. So, we don't have double white right now. And I guess that's the only double we're missing, right? Because we've got double black, double red, yeah. So we'll get a plains. And, yeah, end our turn. Next turn we'll play Retriever Phoenix. Then we'll start firing off Closing Statement, Guiding Voice, stuff like that. Kill this Pledge Mage before it becomes too much of a problem. Yeah. Ouchies. Alright, so yeah, I think we just go for it with the Phoenix here. Do I really need Environmental Sciences anymore? I don't really feel like I do. It would shuffle our deck, which is cool, but I think we probably just grab Pest Summoning here. Worth remembering, we'll be learning again in the very near future, so because of Guiding Voice. Although we may end up using it to get back our Phoenix, depending on the situation. Okay. So, I think we'll attack with our Phoenix here. See what happens. Okay. Then, let's play Pillar Drop Warden. Do I Guiding Voice here? We're gonna hold on to it for one more turn. Six mana. Oh, that's heartbreaking right there. Because the creature gets exiled, so I won't be getting it back. Yeah, now we really need a threat of some kind, because I was kind of counting on that Phoenix to get the job done. Okay, so guess I'm gonna no, I have to use all my black mana to do that. So, yeah, we're going to Guiding Voice, Pillar Drop Warden here. Grab Pest Summoning. Then we're going to Closing Statement, the Pledge Mage. Put a counter on Pillar Drop Warden. He's pretty swole now, but I'm not sure that's really ideal. Ideal would be that our Phoenix was still alive. You know, that would be ideal. Yeah. Okay, I guess we have shuffled our library. It's... Oh, Campus Guide shuffled it. Yeah. This is a more expendable Pillar Drop Warden. Because he's not nearly as swole. So we may use him to get back Closing Statement. Well, that was disgusting. The double Rise of Extus in this game. Man, our opponent. That was like a pretty insane turn, I gotta say. Alright, so we're gonna trade for these. Kinda gotta pray that we draw removal. We do have removal. Okay, so there's no way for me to play... I was thinking there was, but there's not. So yeah, we just play our Shield Mage here. I don't think this has any targets. Oh yeah, it does. We have those artifact creatures. One of them is dead, but we do have 2 Campus Guides, I guess. So yeah, we're just going to take the 4 here. We need... That's what we need. 5, 6, 7, 8, except our opponent... God, at least they won't have Trample anymore, so I guess I can live with it. So yeah, we're going to go Heated Debate. And we're going to try to win in the air. Pest Summoning to not die to this Amplimancer. Yeah, so we'll block. Yeah, I think we aren't quite at enough mana where we want to scry before we draw, especially when we know we have Demonic Tutor. Oh god, okay. So, I don't quite have enough mana to cast something the same turn right this second, which is pretty annoying, but I can't be too upset, I don't think, with the Pass Caller draw. So if they gain any life at all, Heated Debate will no longer kill Lizette. I mean, I could Guiding Voice. That almost gets us to lethal next turn, but I think we probably just want the removal. Yeah, if they gain life, they're also going to get trampled, so we're basically dead anyway if they gain life. So... yeah, we'll grab Heated Debate here. Please don't gain life. Please don't gain life. Please don't gain life. Okay, so we're going to block here. Hope they don't gain life somehow. And... yeah. Okay, we go to 4. 5, actually. Okay, another creature's good, except they have freaking Containment Breach. So it's not so good. Alright, so let's try to kill Lizette before we plan our attack here. If they can stop that, we're dead, and I think they can. Of course they can. You know? We're not completely dead is the good news, but, you know, we're pretty close, so. Attack them for 4 here. We have to leave back... Oh, no, we are dead. We have to leave back both blockers or we die. Why does it seem... It really seems to me like my opponent has exactly what they need. I mean, it's probably confirmation bias, but they have exactly what they need so often in this format. Like this situation. Like, really? And then also that. Like, couldn't you have drawn a land, you know? You know? I mean, I was really lucky early on in this format, so I can't complain too much, but yeah. Pretty frustrating.